Hey everybody, Des with Des Crochets here, and welcome to video number 1 for my Crochet Basics series. In this video, we will be talking about everything that is absolutely necessary to begin your crochet journey. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need to get started on your crochet journey is going to be some yarn. I have here some acrylic yarn, but you can start with any fiber of yarn that you would like. You can start with a plant fiber such as cotton and an animal fiber such as wool, or a synthetic fiber like acrylic. Um, it doesn't really matter. It is just fully up to you. Go ahead and just get whichever yarn that you would like to work with. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to need is a crochet hook. So let me show you um, what to look for on your yarn package to let you know exactly what size hook that you're going to need. Alright, so on your yarn package, you're going to want to roll your skein over till you see the back of your packaging. Now that we're looking at the back of the packaging for your skein of yarn, you're going to look at this section right here to know what size crochet hook that you're going to need. For this skein of yarn, it tells us to use a 5mm crochet hook. Alright, you've picked out your yarn, and now we're staring at all of these crochet hooks at the yarn store. There's going to be a lot of different styles of hooks that you can choose from. There's going to be some plastic ones like this. I do not recommend these. These are very, very bendy. The yarn doesn't slide good on these hooks. I don't recommend a plastic hook at all. I do recommend some metal hooks such as these aluminum ones here. Remember, looking at our packaging, we need a 5mm crochet hook. So while you're looking at all the yarn on the shelf, or not all the yarn on the shelf, all the hooks on the shelf, sorry, the packaging will say it as well, but you will see on pretty much every single hook right here on the handle, it'll either be engraved or stamped onto the hook with a letter and a millimeter size. So this is H 5mm, and that's exactly what this said to use here. Again, you do not have to invest in a $10 to $12 hook. Hobby Lobby has some for $2 to $3 that work just fine. Alright, so you have your yarn, you now have your hook. What else do you need to get started on your crochet journey? Well, let me tell you. You're going to need a darning needle. You can also find these at Hobby Lobby right by the hooks. I do prefer some metal needles like this one. They have these ones that kind of have a little curve to them. You can also even just get a large eye tapestry needle as well, or darning needle. That will be right there by the crochet hooks at Hobby Lobby as well. They'll also be right there with all the stuff if you get it at Walmart or wherever you choose to get your supplies from. So you're going to need a darning needle. You're also going to need some scissors. You don't necessarily need to go out and buy a pair of thread snips. They are handy to have, but you can always just use some household scissors as well. Getting started is what I use getting started. If you do want to buy some, Hobby Lobby has some cute little ones like this with all the crochet items. They also have some like this in the sewing section. Walmart has these as well. And then I got these at Walmart as well. So you'll need a pair of scissors. You can also just use some household scissors. Let me come back out just a little bit. You're also going to need a tape measure. Hobby Lobby has a bunch of different options. So does Walmart, or wherever, again, you choose to get your supplies from. These are really cheap at Hobby Lobby. Just cute little retractable tape measures. You can also use a tape measure that you have around the house, or a ruler. Again, if you have supplies at the house, or even if you have like a sewing kit of one of the foldable tape measures, you can use that as well. But you'll need a tape measure and some stitch markers. Hobby Lobby has this pack of stitch markers. It comes with all of these. It has some larger sizes, some smaller sizes. Um, but these are optional if you don't want to spend $5 on stitch markers. You can always just use a scrap piece from the yarn that you are currently working with. I just cut this. This was one of my scraps from working with this yarn previously. You can definitely just use a scrap piece of yarn like this as a stitch marker as well. You don't have to go out and buy stitch markers if you don't want to, but they are always handy to have around. So really, this is everything that you need to get started on your crochet journey. Thank you for watching. This has been Crochet Basics video number 1. If you have any comments, questions, or anything that you see that I've missed in this basics video, please comment down below. Please stay tuned for video number 2 where we start learning how to crochet. Happy shopping, getting your crochet supplies, and I will see you in the next video.